Welcome back, family, to another wildly entertaining video. But trust me, this isn't just content. This is an experience. A visual ride that'll leave you thinking, how did I not know about her before? Today, we're uncovering the stunning rise of a model who isn't just turning heads, she's redefining the game. Her name? Kira Shannon, aka Kiraslaps, and if you've never heard of her, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll be obsessed. We're talking about raw confidence, fearless creativity, and a digital presence that's blowing up without asking for permission. She's not your average influencer. She's a storm. From bikini hauls that broke the algorithm, to a lifestyle so unapologetically bold it silences the noise, Kira's story is the kind of rise you rarely get to witness live. So don't blink. Don't skip. Because this isn't a watch later video, this is the one everyone will wish they saw first. Stay tuned, stay locked in, and let's dive into the unstoppable energy of Kiraslaps. Before the followers, before the flashing cameras, and before the world even knew her name, there was just Kira, a small town girl with a big city fire burning inside her. Born in 1998, Kira Shannon grew up in the historical heart of Boston, Massachusetts, a city known for its traditions, but not exactly the place you'd expect to launch a career in bold, unconventional content creation. She wasn't born into fame, and nothing about her rise was handed to her. What she had was vision and guts. For years, she lived the normal life. School, routines, expectations. But deep down, Kira knew she was built for something way beyond ordinary. And then, in 2020, right in the middle of her final year at university, she made a move that would rewrite her entire future. She packed up her life and moved to Miami, Florida, the city of sun, skin, and ambition. It wasn't just a location change. It was a mindset shift. In Boston, she was a student. In Miami, she became a creator, a brand, and a force. That bold step wasn't just geographical, it was spiritual. She left behind what was safe to chase what was hers. And that's where the magic began. Within just 1 month of landing in Miami, Kira started seeing the doors open, fast. The connections came. The audience started growing. The camera loved her. And for the first time, the world started paying attention. It wasn't luck. It was timing, energy, and a woman who knew exactly what she wanted, and wasn't afraid to go after it. Every success story has that one moment, the crossroads where everything changes. For Kira Shannon, it started on the catwalk, but it didn't end there. Kira's first steps into the spotlight were in the world of modeling. Like so many rising talents, she started posing for the camera in professional shoots, capturing elegance, grace, and strength in every frame. But deep inside, Kira felt there was something missing, something limiting. Modeling let her show her image, but not her voice. She wanted more than just striking poses on someone else's vision board, she wanted to build her own. And that's when she looked at the digital world, not just as a scroll-through distraction, but as a canvas. A platform. A stage. So she made a bold decision. Instead of waiting to be chosen by fashion brands, she chose herself. Kira turned to Instagram first, where she started sharing not just photos, but glimpses of her energy, her lifestyle, her perspective. It wasn't long before people noticed something different about her. She wasn't just a pretty face, she was authentic, fearless, and completely in control of her image. Then came YouTube. And with it, a whole new level. Kira launched her channel, not with over-polished brand deals, but with real content, bikini try-on hauls, personal vlogs, life behind the lens. It was intimate, confident, sometimes provocative, and always genuine. She wasn't trying to fit into a box, she was breaking it. Soon after, she jumped on TikTok, where her quick edits, bold presence, and fearless self-expression gave her a totally different audience, younger, faster, and endlessly loyal. What started as modeling in front of someone else's camera became a mission to own the narrative, and Kira ran with it. She didn't just shift industries, she redefined herself. From silent photo shoots to high-impact storytelling, Kira Shannon transformed from a model into a movement. What happens when authenticity meets ambition, and both get posted online every single day? You get a digital storm. You get Kira Shannon. Kira didn't just go online, she conquered every platform she touched. Her social media journey wasn't about chasing numbers, it was about building connection. And that's exactly what she did, one follower, one video, one raw, unfiltered moment at a time. Let's talk numbers, because they matter. On YouTube, she skyrocketed past the 500,000 subscriber mark, with each video racking up thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, of views. Whether it's bikini hauls, life vlogs, or real talk about her lifestyle, her audience isn't just watching, they're locked in. On Instagram, it's the same story. Over 500,000 followers, all drawn to her magnetic blend of confidence, beauty, and behind-the-scenes realness. Each post? A statement. Each story? A mood. Even on TikTok, where attention spans are short and trends fade fast, Kira carved out her space, building a loyal following of over 390,000, and climbing. But it's not just the numbers that make Kira a digital force, it's the impact. Her comment sections are flooded with admiration, support, and excitement. Girls thank her for helping them feel confident in their own skin. Fans travel with her virtually through every vlog. Strangers become subscribers. Viewers become believers. She's not just building platforms, she's building a community. A tribe of people who see her not as a brand, but as a voice. One that's bold, honest, and fiercely unapologetic. In a sea of content creators screaming for attention, Kira doesn't have to yell. Her presence speaks louder. Kira Shannon isn't just creating content, she's curating a world. A world filled with color, confidence, movement, and meaning. Her channel isn't about perfection, it's about presence. And that's exactly why her audience keeps coming back. So, what kind of content does she create? At first glance, it may look like fashion and lifestyle. But if you look deeper, you'll see something more powerful: freedom. Kira gives her viewers a front row seat into a life built on independence, self-trust, and relentless self-expression. She shares try-on hauls and style explorations that reflect her unique taste and fearless fashion sense, but always in a way that feels real, not rehearsed. Her vlogs? They're like mini adventures. One day, she's showing you her morning routine in Miami, and the next, she's taking you through hidden gems in Portugal or the coast of Costa Rica. It's vibrant, visual storytelling, personal, immersive, and uplifting. She also dives into daily routines, the kind of behind-the-scenes content people crave. How she structures her day. Her fitness mindset. The rituals that keep her grounded, like journaling, goal setting, and healthy habits. And most importantly, how she balances work, wellness, and fun without losing herself in the process. There's a quiet power in how she presents herself. No gimmicks, no fake personas, just honesty, humor, and a deep sense of clarity about who she is and what she stands for. Every piece of content, whether it's a look into her life or a moment of reflection, carries that unmistakable Kira vibe, bold, radiant, and 100% her. This is what makes her channel more than just entertainment, it becomes inspiration. Not because she says, "Look at my life," but because she whispers, "You can build yours too." Every creator dreams of that one moment, the spark that turns consistency into virality. For Kira Shannon, that moment came fast, and it came loud. She had been putting in the work, building her platform, shaping her voice, and sharing content with passion and vision. But then, something shifted. One video turned into a wave. One upload, and suddenly, everyone was talking. What made her content go viral wasn't just the visuals, it was the vibe. Kira brought a kind of energy that couldn't be ignored. She wasn't trying to impress anyone. She wasn't following trends. She was just being unapologetically herself, bold, confident, and full of presence. Her style-focused videos, especially those where she explored personal fashion and gave her audience a peek into her real, everyday life, started catching fire. People didn't just watch, they shared. And what followed was a snowball effect. More views. More subscribers. More people resonating with her attitude and message. In a world where so many creators try to blend in, Kira stood out. She wasn't filtered, forced, or fake. She was sharp, expressive, and real, and that combination? It's what the algorithm loves. And more importantly, it's what people love. Her rapid rise wasn't about shock value, it was about authenticity meeting the right moment. Kira proved that when your energy is honest, and your content is consistent, the world will take notice. From that moment on, she was no longer a rising creator, she became a name. And the digital world? It was watching, closely. For Kira Shannon, fame has never been about the spotlight, it's about substance. In an online world overflowing with noise, filters, and fleeting trends, Kira carved her path by sticking to something far more powerful: authenticity. In several interviews, when asked about her definition of success, her answer was as clear as it was refreshing. "I'd rather have a smaller audience that truly connects with me than millions who don't really care." That's her philosophy. That's her power. Kira doesn't chase views. She doesn't bend her message just to follow what's trending. She's committed to her voice, her values, and the people who genuinely listen. To her, consistency isn't just about posting regularly, it's about showing up fully. Showing up with integrity. Showing up as someone who respects her audience enough to be real. She believes that people can sense the difference between manufactured content and something that comes from the heart. And because of that belief, she never tries to fit in. She's not playing the algorithm, she's building trust. Kira knows that fame can be a moment, but honesty lasts. And that's why her community sticks around. Not just to watch, but to grow, learn, and feel seen. No filters. No fake affirmations. Just truth. In a digital space that often pressures girls to conform, compare, or compete, Kira offers a different energy, one that says, "You're enough. Right now. As you are." She reminds her audience that beauty isn't about perfection, it's about presence. That success doesn't come from pleasing everyone, it comes from staying rooted in who you are. And she lives this message. You can see it in her bold style. In her honest storytelling. In the way she talks to her camera like she's talking to a friend who matters. Through her content, she says what so many are afraid to say. You can chase your dreams without sacrificing your values. You can love your body without changing it for anyone. You can be powerful, visible, and still be you. Kira's impact goes far beyond likes and shares. She's giving people, especially young women, permission to take up space. To stand tall. To speak loud. To glow, grow, and go after everything they deserve. That's not just influence. That's legacy. Kira Shannon is more than a model. More than a content creator. She's a blueprint, a real-life example of what happens when self-belief meets action. She didn't come from fame. She didn't wait for a brand to choose her. She didn't follow the rules of the industry. Instead, she wrote her own, with nothing but a camera, a dream, and the kind of consistency most people only talk about. Kira started from zero. No shortcuts. No viral gimmicks. Just daily effort, raw confidence, and a deep belief that she could turn her voice into something that mattered. And she did. Not by being perfect, but by being real. Her story matters because it proves a simple, powerful truth. You don't need to be born into the spotlight to shine. You just need to own your light, one day at a time. So if you're someone chasing a goal, building something from scratch, or just trying to find your voice in a noisy world, let Kira's journey remind you. You are capable. You are enough. And you are not alone. And that's what we're here for, telling the stories that inspire, uplift, and celebrate authentic greatness. This has been another